Today I'm going to be using the Character Board, which is a solid center with the holes around the outside, just like the ring board. But unlike the ring board, the center of the Character Board is completely solid. So we're going to be using this vinyl. It's almost like a laurel wreath. I don't know if you know what a laurel wreath. A laurel wreath is like leaves going all the way around. Usually it's all green, right? So I'm making this a laurel wreath with red, white, and blue. Now this is a more rustic type of center. So the colors I'm using today, I'm using a dark navy poly burlap. I'm using a red poly burlap, and I'm using a cream colored poly burlap. I'm making it like more rustic style, like the actual image is. And I bought these stars at Michael's. They're wood stars. And I don't think I'm even going to paint them because they are fabulous. Because it's a rustic style. They're the same color as the cream colored poly burlap I'm going to use. So look at it on the blue. So I think this is going to look fabulous without even painting them. And you get a whole bunch. You get 130 pieces of these wood, and they're really, really thin, but they're perfect. Especially since I don't have to paint them. Let's get started. So from the center to the 9 o'clock on the board, so the center being 12, 9 being over here, all this is going to be blue. And then each row, this row is going to be white, red, white, red, white, red, white, red. So there's no combining. You're just doing straight colors, straight down. I didn't want to get it too busy because I want the center to be the star of the show. And this stuff around is just going to be an accent. Okay, so from here to 9 o'clock is all blue. Our images are water-based vinyls. So you just peel it right off the paper. Very sticky. This paper is now garbage. Okay, now what I do is you wet the back. Okay, I have this spray bottle. I'm just going to spray the back. You're like, what? How's it going to stick? It does. Spread the water all over. Okay, and now you'll be able to, because this is really sticky, but you'll be able to lift and move your vinyl for a while until you squeegee the wet. Okay, so you have lots of time to move your vinyl around and get it perfect. So I just eyeball this, but you can just kind of bend it up so you kind of get a center. And where the number 1 is, all the way down, is the center of the board. So you just want to place it around. Yeah, I have to move this over. See how easy it is to lift? Now it will stick once it's dry, I promise. I'm just trying to get it on the outside of the holes here. There we go. Perfect. I'll lift it up. Looks really straight to me. Then I'm going to take, I have this, it's just, you can use a debit card or an old credit card or a gift card or whatever. This is one of my luggage tags. I'm just going to take a paper towel, okay? Put the paper towel over my thing, and that's to collect the water and not scratch your vinyl image, okay? Very simple. You're going to start from the middle and just press and squeegee out. You'll see all kinds of water coming out. Watch. And this is getting all the bubbles out and everything. It really, really is amazing, this method to doing your vinyls. There we go. That's it. You dry it up. We'll go over one more time just to make sure there's no excess water. Oh, got a little squirt. Now this will take about 24 hours to cure, but you can, it's on there. You can start decorating right away. There. That is super easy. So my eagle's pretty much centered. Not bad, eh? Yes, this is created by my artist friend, Iveth Wright. She painted it, and we turned it into a vinyl image for our boards. Isn't that fabulous? Like, that is hand painted. Look at the detail in that eagle. So we're ready to go. All three of my poly burlap were 10 inches long, so I cut them at 10 inches. Okay, curl up. Now, the petals do turn out much nicer with the poly burlap for this. And you don't have to heat seal it because we're not going to see the edges. So don't bother doing that. It's just kind of a waste of time. So it's a 10 by 10 piece. I just cut it with my rotary cutter. Okay, you're going to turn it in a diamond. We got our curl up. Take the top corner, bring it down to the bottom corner. And you can see how poly burlap doesn't have a lot of elasticity in it because it's all plastic. All of it's plastic. So on one of my lines, I'm just going to stretch it. Put my finger on the line so I can't move this over any further than the center. I'm going to bring it right straight down. And then this side is going right over and along here. Okay, we're going to pinch the center, and then we're going to bring this side in and this side in, and there is our petal. It looks like a feather, but in this case it's going to look like leaves. Now, if you have your board preloaded, you can cut your end off and stick the petal right in. I'm going to cut some of this off, the excess off, and I'm going to put little hair bands around it, just like that. And I think I'm going to make these 4 inches. So that is our petal. I'll do red. Okay, 10 by 10 piece again. Did not heat seal. This is poly burlap, 10 by 10. Curl up, put it into a diamond shape. Take the top corner, bring it down to the bottom corner. Match up your edges. Okay, I'm putting it on my line, and I'm putting it on the corner on the line because I want to find the center as best I can. Then I stretch it a little bit, and I put my finger right before the line. So when I bring this to fold over and straight down, it doesn't go past the halfway mark. If you can see that, it's straight down. Okay, and then we're going to take this side, and this edge at the top here is going to go right along this edge here. So you're folding it right over on itself, matching up the two sides here. I pinch a little bit in the middle, and where the two fold over, this corner here, that's where I'm pushing in. And then there's that corner, and I'm pushing that in and squeezing it. So, and when you flip it over, there's your perfect, there we go, your perfect feather petal. Okay, so that is the petal. I'm going to start with the blue. So I'm taking my zip tie, I'm going down the one hole. So that's one. So I'm using 3. So we'll preload these 2 rows. They're blue. So what I'm doing is I'm make sure your seam is down. So there's the seam at the back there. So if I put the zip tie just above the elastic band, that's 4 inches. And once you put one in, you can measure against each other. You don't have to pull and measure every single one. All you have to do is make sure the tips are the same length. So the next one is blue. So this one's pretty straightforward. We're not doing any stripes or any diagonals or anything. We're just going straight in color. Seam down. Make sure your tips are the same length. And this is the navy. We have royal blue poly burlap. This is the navy poly burlap. This really looks nice with the poly burlap, I have to say. And especially since you don't have to heat seal, this type of petal for the poly burlap is a-okay in my books. All right. I have more blue up here, but you're going to keep going around your circle. And I'm starting now on the white. So all right, next row, red. This is an easy one. Look how nicely the poly burlap lays though. So poly burlap is all plastic, so you have no problem putting this in the weather. The wreath board is plastic, and the vinyl insert is UV resistant and can get wet. The only thing you may have to worry about is your mesh fading. So you might want to spray it with a UV spray. All right, these last ones are blue. Gotta lift these up, the front ones up a bit to get that tail under there. This one's a little bit too long. There we go. One more. Wow, that is fabulous. Okay, the stars I'm using is just, they're wood stars, and I don't even need to paint them because it's going to look just fabulous the color it is. These are from Michael's. They're different sizes, so we want all the same size. Let's see what sizes there is. Seems to be a lot of this size. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Apparently you have to have 13. 12, 13. Now, of course, I'm going to glue these on, but I just wanted to make sure where I was going to glue them. Oh, this is fabulous. OMG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 13 stars. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.